Joining me now is Mick Collis from Cooch Creative. Mick, we've spoken a lot about the bungled vaccination rollout and the terrible ad campaigns behind it. So we asked you to put your money where your mouth is and come up with an ad that we can say is our own, which we'll show in a moment. But firstly, let's talk about the two new federal government ads that we've seen over the weekend. One is a national one, which we're going to see first, and then the other is a very Grim Reaper style one that's just been rolled out in Sydney. So let's just have a look now.
Now's the time to arm yourself, your family, your friends, your workmates, your community.
Firstly, the arm yourself ad, Mick, thoughts?
It's not a bad line, arm yourself, but it's the world's most boring commercial.
That was my feeling too.
Brady Bunch arms with band-aids on them. And it's one of those, I mean, there's the saying that a camel is a horse designed by a committee. And I think that's had to go through a big chain of people signing it off. So they've got every nationality in there. They haven't offended anyone. But by not offending anyone, they're not getting noticed. And I think the whole purpose of advertising is to get noticed. And that one.
Very beige.
Very beige.
By contrast, the scary, doomy Grim Reaper style ad that we saw, which has been produced by the federal government, only shown to Sydney. Obviously, they're in the worst of it at the moment. What do you make of that one?
It's got a lot more noticeable than just arms, but again, it's showing a young person, because Sydney at the moment's got some young people in hospital, but young people at the moment can't get the vaccine. So it's getting noticed, but these people are like, okay, I'll get vaccinated. Well, no, you can't, because it's not available for you yet. So it's really, and that's been in the can for about 12 months, that one that now just rolled out. So it's better than the arm one, but again,
it still doesn't hit the mark for you?
Still doesn't hit the mark, no.
All right, well, some of the ads around the world really have hit the mark. Just tell us about a couple of your favourites.
So there's one in Singapore, which is a really funny, bright, vibrant, almost a sing-along type one, and they've used a couple of comedic actors who were in a sitcom that ended, I think, in 2007. So I think it'd be like Australia putting Kath and Kim up to front your ad. So it's a lot of fun, but it's quite long. It's got a lot of good messages in it. And then there's the English one, which features Elton John and Michael Caine, and that's terrific, because you got Elton John, who's a mega star, and they've got him auditioning for an ad, as though to say, you might not get it, you've got to audition.
And as you can see, I'm still standing. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
And then Michael Caine sort of comes in and gets it right. So it's funny. It shows old people without saying old people. So it's just cleverly done with a nice sense of humour, and that's the sort of thing that, I think people will notice a lot more.
All right, well, you make ads for a living, Mick. So we gave you the task, along with Pete Rosethorn, of coming up with something. We didn't give you much time.
No, 24 hours.
But gave you the task.
Massive budget.
Yeah. So what was behind your ad then that we're about to see in a moment?
Well, with the short time we had, like Pete being Pete, and I've got a bit of a sense of humour, so we thought we'd take the funny route to it. And there was the iconic Australian VB ads. It's got that iconic bit of music, and that sort of the older generation would know that music and those ads very well. So it's basically a parody of the old VB ad, but doing it towards COVID and getting vaccinated. So we thought, it's a bit of fun, but with a serious message.
Okay, and you managed to draft the Premier in as well, and looked, through the last 18 months, he has shown a sense of humour, hasn't he?
He's been great.
The kebab moment.
Yeah.
Responding to the bloke who got his face tattooed on his leg.
He's become a superhero.
Even today on TikTok, unveiling the mask, with the Space Odyssey music.
And it's been great. Now it's good of him to jump in and be part of it.
All right.
We had a big budget.
Huge. Let's have a look now. This is Mick Collis, along with Pete Rosethorn, a cameo from the Premier, a brand new vaccination ad for WA.
You can get it walking.
You can get it talking.
You can get it in hotel quarantine and being mean. You can get it getting healthy and taking a selfie.
You can get it any old how. Matter of fact, I've got it now.
Get away!
The best way to stop getting it is to get vaccinated. The COVID vaccine. Get it. So you don't get it.
Brilliant. I like it.
Bit of fun.
Best thing I think we've seen in this country anyway so far. So it will be interesting to see how it plays out. Mick, we'll pass on the feedback. Thank you for your time.
My pleasure, Tim.
And thank you for your efforts. We'll see how it goes.